Hi, fellow conservatives. This is another conservative in Texas. Reaching out to you specifically tonight to make sure that we are, as a group, getting the word out, spreading our conservative values, informing all of those who may not know or who may question what the conservative movement is all about. We're not radicals. We're not taking away rights. If anything, we're making sure those rights are staying in place. And getting the information to those who seem disengaged, and boy, there's a lot of those. Because we are the soldiers in this battle. We are the foot soldiers. And we as a group have to do everything we can to spread the policies of the conservative movement. Now, the conservative movement is behind one particular person, but we are not voting on the personality of a person or the speaking ability of a person, but the values that that conservative party has entrusted in him. You may not agree with him. You may not like his policy, his personality. You may not like some of the things that he's done. But there is one thing for sure. He would fight for all of us. He's taken a bullet for all of us. He believes that much in the conservative movement. We're not radicals. He's not a radical. So, this message is to all of those independent voters as well, who are conservatives, but don't like the personality. I understand it. But do you align with the conservative values, or do you align with the leftist, socialist, communist, Marxist values? Your vote could win this election for our conservative movement. I like Robert Kennedy a lot. I like what he says. I like the fact that he is not the atypical example of his family and their status in this land, but he understands it. And unfortunately, he's trying to go up a hill on skis that are hot, and there's just no way he's going to get to the top. So my question to you is wasting a vote more important than making sure that our mutual conservative values put us back in the White House? I think that we align a lot better than you align with the radical left, the liberal, Marxist, socialists views that have been in place for 4 years. I don't believe you align with them. But I do understand why you have an issue with personality. But this is not about personality. This is about character, determination, the willingness to stand up against the tyrants in the world and say, oh no, don't you dare. He's not perfect. Who is? None of us are. I think there's a higher calling here too. I do. This is one nation under God, and I believe our conservative values and our faith align with each other. Your votes would re-elect Donald Trump. And I know that there's issues because of his personality, but you have to go to the policies, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at his 4 years in office. Because I know you're not going to say that you're better off today than you were then. As conservatives, we all know that's not the case. And I feel bad that doesn't have a chance. But please don't waste your votes on personality when so much in this election is at stake. Our national future is at stake. Our freedoms are at stake. Our liberties are at stake. And personalities belong in high school, not national politics. So for all of my conservatives, Let's make sure we are doing everything we can every day to spread the word of what these policies are and how it will change the current environment that we all live. I don't want another 4 years of this. I want to make sure if somebody breaks into my home that I can defend myself. I want choice. I want liberty. I want my budget balanced. $2.117 trillion has been spent in 3.5 years. That's $15,000 every household. Yeah, that's what we're spending. Every household is spending $15,000 more per year just to live. I don't think that's progress. We are closer to the Great Depression than we'd ever been before. And it's time that our conservative values drive our votes, not the personality. There's enough checks and balances in place, as we've seen, that controls personality. There's one thing you cannot question about Donald Trump, is his love for this land and love for us, and he will do anything and everything he can to make America great again. As conservatives, we need to do every single thing we can every day to ensure that happens, so we can have our America great once again. It's not going to happen with the left. It's going to become something that we've never been before. Something I hope I never see. So let's make sure we're doing everything we can as conservatives because of the principles that we believe in. We also need to elect those people under the president to make sure that the president does what the American people wants. He knows. He's proven it. He's taken a bullet to prove it. Let's make sure that we put our values back in the White House. A conservative America with a balanced budget and strong leadership that will deter tyrants from taking advantage of the situation. There's one thing Donald Trump would never be: a bought-off politician like the ones that are in power right now. Just like the American media, it is their propaganda machine because they've paid them off. It's time to put an end to that. Join with me every day to spend 30 minutes a day on your social media spreading the conservative platform that we want back in the White House. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.